come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Washington Redskins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Let's go.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
General West.
2nd and 9 now. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. Shoot.
On first down, here's Love. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On second down now, it's Love. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Big rip.
On first down, Hilliard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
22 got bomber. 22 snap.
On second down, Love. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
47, Mike 47. Bandit. Hey, Alpha. Mike 47. Mike 45.
He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. The kick by Maher is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And an alley to run. weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length, and the Broncos have taken the lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you.
And raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine.
And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He juked him. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
We're going to 54. Spot!
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Being chased out left. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
It got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready? 47, check back 47. That's the pass.
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Prescott now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Check, 47. Coming to you.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Get it.
2nd and 10. This one complete to Jordan Reed. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Love. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check. Go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd down, Lindsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey, Charlie. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. 6-man.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He's going to field this at the 4. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 40 seconds. 26.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. This is the tight end Fant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the block, motion, pop. Hey, watch it. Slam. Check 36.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll run with Love. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
X3, 218, chop. Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Duke Dawson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. A beautiful fake. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 9-yard line.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On third down, it's Freeman, and he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Denver.
First down, Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first. Down.
First down.
Here we go. Go ahead, 51. Go to 54. Go to 54.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go again with Muhammad. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Prescott looks to throw on first. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. To throw is Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jonathan Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run with Muhammad. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a first and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
On the set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Check three.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Brings up second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Got it.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
61, matchbox, lights. Check out. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. And it'll bring up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Orbit.
They'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Redskins on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is third and 10. They'll set up to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Redskins scoop it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Ready up. 52, Mike 52. All day. Jack, smooth. Down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He's got a first down or more inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington! Jordan Reed, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And an alley to run. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, an 80-yard touchdown, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. A throw left side to start the drive is complete, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Muhammad. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 35. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defense.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And some room to roam now. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
A loss of 2 there, second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he... goes down.
Brought down back at the 14-yard line.
Get behind them pads and run. Come on. Let's go. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Huddle up, baby. Let's get this. Let's get this. Set up. 60 or.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
On the draw, this is Love. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevon Seymour, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Looking long for his tight end read. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Bravo!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
On the ready.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Watch the screen.
Third and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Denver. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Check. Crack.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Redskins 25.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So So for the Broncos, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.